I think about this just from a Wild West perspective, that the laws legalizing marijuana have far outpaced the laws for dealing with it, have they not?
Well, they have and they haven't, Leland. It has always been against the law to consume any substance if it impacts your ability to safely operate a motor vehicle. What has become more difficult is how does law enforcement actually determine whether someone under the influence of marijuana is or is not safe to operate that motor vehicle. And that's really where the challenge is, and the science has not quite caught up to the frequency in which people are smoking marijuana and getting behind the wheel.
Just from a straight law enforcement perspective, we know how much money and how much effort has been put into driving while intoxicated with alcohol, and how difficult, number one, it has become to beat a breathalyzer, and we've got DUI checkpoints and the like. Just from a straight legal perspective, if someone's pulled over and suspected of driving drunk versus driving high, is it a lot easier to beat the charge of driving high?
Well, it can be, and it really depends on the training of the officer and how much training that officer has received to recognize what being under the influence of marijuana actually looks like. Colorado has tried to both train officers as well as set some sort of standards. I think what is especially difficult, not just for police officers, but also for science at this stage, is that there really isn't any common connection between how much somebody has consumed and how under the influence they ultimately are. For alcohol, we know that. We know what a blood alcohol level is going to equate to in terms of impacts on an individual's impairment. On the other hand, marijuana is a completely different chemical within the body, and different people's body process it differently and react differently depending on how much they consume, how often they consume, and how long it's been since they've consumed. And so really the challenge is trying to fit our laws that really deal with alcohol into this new phenomenon, which is marijuana, and what does intoxication under marijuana look like?
Yeah, problems with measuring high impairment, and this is, I think, goes to exactly what you said, which is, you've got somebody who all of a sudden has a car crash, and normally you do a blood draw and instantly tell what their blood alcohol level is, but can't really do that as easily with marijuana. Cannabis can stay in the system for 28 days, leaves a lot of room for reasonable doubt there. Consumption forms, edibles versus joints, affect everybody very, very differently. I guess I keep just getting back to this problem that you all are going to, for a defense attorney, it may not be a problem, but for the prosecution and for the police, that you pull somebody over and it's really difficult to prove that someone is actually under the influence of marijuana.
It is, because at the end of the day, somebody could have smoked marijuana a week ago. And so there's still active metabolite in their system. And officers, this really is one of implicit bias. If they find out or suspect somebody is under the influence of marijuana, it doesn't matter that they smoked a week ago. The officer is going to be looking for telltale signs. And it's really a subjective standard and a subjective test. And so is it a problem in that it's hard to prove? Certainly, that's up to the jury. But what we are seeing is that officers have this bias to recognize this symptom. And ultimately, if they have a blood test, the blood test may show that this individual has THC in their system, although it may have been from a week earlier and certainly having no effect on that driver now.
Yeah, but a lot of effect on a jury during cross-examination. David,
that's exactly right.
It's good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.